afternoon, class. So before we are going to start with our lesson for today, let us have a recap about our lesson yesterday. So yes, Grace, can you share with us what is our lesson yesterday? Okay, very good. It is all about differentiate expression and equation. But before we are going to start with our new lesson for today, let us have an activity. So all you need to do is to guess the meaning of the pictures that I will present. So what is the pictures? First, yes, the meaning of the first symbol in the pictures is no bicycle. Next, okay, what is the meaning of this symbol? Anyone from the class who can answer? Yes, Riza. Okay, very good. It is a stop sign. Next, who can answer this? Yes, Krisa. Okay, very good. It is a no smoking. And the last? Yes, Andrea. Okay, very good. It is a road sign. Okay, based on our activity for today, what do you think is our lesson for today? Anyone from the class? Okay. Our lesson for today is all about translating verbal expression and equation into letters or symbols and vice versa. But before we are going to start with our discussion, let us read our objectives. So, at the end of the discussion, the students are expected to build the translation of real-life verbal expression and algebraic equation. B. Translate verbal phrases into mathematical expression. And C. Apply the translating real-life verbal expression into algebraic equation and expression. So, algebra is a branch of mathematics in which letters and other general symbols are used to represent a number and quantities to form an expression or equation. Next is the algebraic expression. So it is a mathematical process that uses variables, numbers, and operation symbols without an equal sign. So here are the few examples of algebraic expression. 45 minus n, 8 plus 5, 7 minus y, q plus 15n. So in algebraic expression, there is no equal sign. Next is algebraic equation. It is a mathematical process that uses variables, numbers, and operation symbols with an equal sign that tells two expressions are equal. So here is an example of algebraic equation. 5n equals 20, 4 plus 6b is equals to 28, b minus 8 is equals to 12, 2x plus 10 is equals to 8. So in algebraic equation, there is an equal sign that tells two expressions are equals. So I have here a table that you need to answer. So all you need to do is to identify the number of terms, numerical coefficient, variable, and the constant number. But before you are going to answer that, let us define first what is terms. So terms, it is a single number or a single variable or a combination of both that is separated by plus and minus symbols. Examples, 3x plus 2 minus y. So the term here is the 3x, 2, and the 8. So it has a 3 terms. Next is Next example, 6x minus 10. So 6x is the first term and the 10 is also is the second term. So we are going back to the table. So who can answer number 1, number 2, and number 3? And see if your answer is correct. So number 1, 7b plus 18. So we have 7b and 18. So your answer is correct. Next, 100 times 2y. So let us encircle this 100 and 2y. So it has also a 2 number of terms. Next, negative m over 2, 5a. So there are 3 number of terms. The numerical coefficient. It is a number before the letter when a number and a letter stay side by side. So for example, 3x plus 2y minus 8. So the numerical coefficient there is 3 and 2. Next, 12a cubed b squared c. The numerical coefficient there is number 12. Next, 6xy minus 10. So the numerical coefficient here is 6. So now let us go back to the table. Who can answer this? Number 1, 2, and 3. Now let us check if your answer is correct. First, 7b plus 18. So the numerical coefficient there is 7 because it has a letter on their side. So that is correct. Next is 100 times 2y. So the number 2, okay, correct. Next is the numerical coefficient there is 5. Okay, very good class. Next is the variable. Variables, it is a known value in the given expression or equation, and it is represented by 8 letters in the alphabet. So, for example, Q plus 15D. So, the variable here is the letter Q and D. Next, 45 minus N. So, the variable here in this example is letter N. Next is 8 times 5 is equals to B. So the variable here is A and B. So let us go back again in the table. Who can answer number 1, 2, and 3? Okay, let us check your answer. First, 7B plus 18. So the variable here is the letter B. Next is 100 times 2y. So the variable here is the letter y. Next, negative m plus 9 over 2 plus 5a. So the variable here is the letter n and the a. So all your answer is correct. Now, let us moving on to constant number. So a constant number is a number with fixed value. So for example, 3x plus 2y minus y. So the constant number here is the number 8. Next, 12a cubed b squared c. So there is no constant value. Is 6xy minus 10. So the constant term here is the number 10. Now, let us answer again the in the table, what is the constant term? First, you can answer 1 and 2 and 3. Now, let us check your answer. So first, 7b plus 18. So the constant term here is the number 18. Okay, here is 9 over 2. So now, we have here keywords that will serve as guide in translating verbal phrases into expression and equation and vice versa. So first we have addition. So the keywords in addition, we have plus, increased by, more than, added, sum, greater than, total, altogether. Next is subtraction. So the keywords in subtraction, we have minus, decreased by, less than, subtracted, difference, diminish, and reduce. And multiplication, we have keywords, the times, product, twice, double, multiply, and last of. Next is division. So the keyword here is the quotient, divided, ratio, pair, equally, and shade. And in equal, we have is, was, results, is that, and same as. So we are going to translating verbal phrases into algebraic expression. So number 1, 24 subtracted from x. So we are going to write the number 24. Next, the word subtracted is minus. Then from x. So when we write it into algebraic expression, it is x minus 24. So why x is written first than 24? Because of the word from. That's why x is written first. Next is the sum of n and negative 10. So the word sum means a plus or addition. Next is the letter n. So it is a variable. Let us copy this. And then the negative 10. So when we write it into algebraic expression, it is n plus negative 10. Next is the quotient of a number 10. So the word quotient is divide. Next is a number. So a number represented as a variable. So we can write any letter with this. So we are going to write letter x. Next, we are going to write number 10. So in algebraic expression form, it is x divided by 10 or x over 10. Next is 8 more than twice a number. So we are going to write the number 8, and more than is represented as a addition. Next is a number, it is a variable. And the word twice, we can write the number 2. So in algebraic expression form, it's 2x plus 8. Did you understand, class? Okay. Translating verbal sentence into algebraic equation. First, a number increased by 6 is 21. So a number is represented as variable. We are going to write A or any letter in alphabet. Next is the word increase is represented as addition. Next is we are going to write the number 6. And then the is represented as equal. So, into algebraic equation 4, it is a plus 6 is equals to 21. Next is 20 subtracted from y is equal to the sum of 10 and x. So 20, we are going to write, so 20 subtracted from y, we are going to write y minus 20. Next is equal, we are going to write equal sign. And then to the sum of 10 and x. So we are going to write 10 plus 6. Okay, next is Cheryl's age 7 years from now is 15. So Cheryl's age is represented as variable. We are going to write letter R. So 7 years from now is, we are going to write positive and the number 7. And we are going to copy the number 15. And the word is meaning equal. So correct algebraic equation, it is R plus 7 is equals to 15. Next, translating algebraic expression into verbal phrase. So number 1, 12a over 5. So if when we are write it, so number 1, we have 12a over 5. So when we write it into verbal phrases, it is the quotient of 12 times a number and 5. Next is 50 minus 3x. Write it into verbal phrases, it is 3 times a number less than 50, or 50 minus 3 times a number. Next is translating algebraic equation into verbal sentence. First, we have 28 over c is equals to 15. So when we write it into verbal sentence, 28 divided by a number is 15. Next example is 2x minus 36 is equals to 24. Write it into verbal sentence, it is 36 subtracted from twice a number is 24. Okay class, did you understand our lesson for today? Okay, that's great. So, who can define and what is algebraic expression? Okay, Suzette? Very good. Algebraic expression, it is a mathematical phrases that uses variables, numbers, and operational symbols without an equal sign.
That's all for today. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.